the main thing is, you know what, we could learn about underwriting. We can learn about talking to brokers. We can learn about all these things. But if our mind is not right, and if we don't have that burning desire to crush it, then nothing is important, right? You know, there's nothing important. Is record all our calls, and you know, that way we'll send you a link also to it, and that has been in personal coaching, you know, and especially you know, we like to also start a Google Drive, which will start and have a Google sheet with every time when we meet, what we covered and everything. So Ethan just sent you, or John just sent you, like a 2022, but this goal sheet. Can we share that, please? Yeah.
I sent the 2022. Do you have it?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
Can you share
want
your
to
screen?
open it? Let's open it. Make sure you're able to open it. That'll be exciting.
I just started filling it out.
All right. Awesome.
Which,
Awesome.
So yeah, I just got it, so I haven't had much time to
Totally.
to think about it, and of course, but
Please take your sweet time, because, you know, these things will really help a lot, you know, in all four of us as we move further into 2020, you know, next month and next meeting and all that. So there is a systematic way, you know, to really crystallize goals, business goals, personal goals, of course, what happened last year, and, you know, all those things. And I'll be very open to getting your feedback. You are such a great entrepreneur, where we could make some tweaking or changes, because I really believe in reinventing everything. That's who I am, you know, because if this can help our other coaching students, and we'll be promoting this in our product also, you know, then that will be a huge addition for them. Like financial statements, right? We will be giving them really great goal setting, financial experience, you know, all those things, right?
okay, good.
Sure. So that's, you know, go down, 3 goals. And then of course, quarterly goals, you know, that's very, very important. And then weekly and monthly goals. I really believe in those, because if we don't have weekly goals, then we can just go by the week and say, oh my gosh, what happened? You know, and I'm kind of with the thinking, my whole month, I can crush it in 1 week, and I can crush 1 week in 1 day. That's how my mentality is, because the thing is, we can take as long as we want to, our own sweet time in accomplishing the goals. But if we give ourselves certain period of time and really focus, and, you know, really look at, okay, what's my capability to the T? How can I accomplish this in such a short period of time and be the best of the best? That's how I am. I always believe last 40 years. What were your expectations of 2021? That's a good one. You know, many of the goals you were able to reach, kind of looking at perspective, right? It's good to kind of look at, you know, of course, last 5 years, but more immediately, our habits are formed in the last 3 to 6 months, I find, you know. If we want to change our habits, we got to decide quickly where I faltered and how I can get better, right? You know, what would you add to it? I'm ready to listen to you.
Well, I just opened it a few minutes ago, and I was going through it one at a time. I think the looking back is often, Dan Sullivan says, when you get stuck in the gap, meaning like you see your goal out here, and maybe you're not getting to, you set a big goal and you're not getting there. He said that's where you pause and you look back and look at how far you come, so that you don't get depressed and caught up that I'm not moving quick enough. So looking back is very important. But I always say the same thing. I say, well, they don't put rear view mirrors on fighter jets. So if you want to fly, there's no rear view mirror. But you do have to look at because we do set goals, and usually if you don't hit them, it comes down to this right here is really being clear on the why, you know, my whys. And
Yes.
so you can
Yes.
really get to, and then I think there's also, when you were talking about habits, if we have habits that have changed our path, if you will, it's usually to change those habits, we have to create enough pain around those habits to be able to change them. So
Tony Robbins, right? Pleasure
Yes.
and pain. Pleasure
Yeah.
and pain. Get the leverage on the pain, and then you can just change it at a 180-degree turn with the leverage. It just reminds me about this metaphorically, we can really deceive, is the word I say, deceive our subconscious, because our subconscious doesn't know good from the bad from the ugly, but it just records everything. And we can really, really program and reprogram our subconscious.
I believe in mindset, and that is something that, if of course it's hard to put mindset into goal setting, but a lot of times you have to get into the mindset of why you didn't hit a certain goal. Like you are a little bit here. What's the lifestyle you're dreaming of? What's your biggest excuse?
Yeah.
I think that's a great question. What's your biggest excuse? I don't know if you should have.
Maybe we should give a little bit more room there. We all have excuses. I have excuses. I tell you what, literally I do, you know. And not only that, the other thing I'm working on is the life wheel. I used to teach that life wheel 40 years back, 30 years back, you know, in every facet, the spokes, right? You know?
So you had goals going all the way back to the 1990s in there.
No. I mean, I think even longer than that. I just saw that. So I started in the motivational company in 1978. I sold 3 summers, 76, 77, 78, you know. I mean, I don't know if I could show that. Since we are recording it, today is the day for really showing what I really mean. I've been saying this 80-hour weeks. Look at these, my goal charts. You know, and those are my 80 hours a week certificates, you know. And then of course my I want to win medals right there. I don't know if you could see it, but those are my, you know, the gold medals or whatever, not gold medals, but you know, this is all from there. My Southwestern days, that's my business, tough-minded business award medals. So these are 44 years old, 45 years, literally. You know, so I don't let things go. And this is, of course, my trophies a little bit and all these. I mean, all these things, you know, we have given away hundreds of them already, you know. But my wife said, Vinney, what do you want to do so many of them? But anyway, it's not about me, but the thing is, goal setting is the number one thing. And the enthusiasm is the second thing. I say goal setting, enthusiasm, positive attitude, mindset, and nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop you then, you know, in accomplishing those goals.
I think that's awesome. I mean, I actually, when you were going through all those, and I'm thinking, you know, I keep my goals every year. I make them and then I put them in a folder for that year. But I was like, you know, having them in a book where you could look at how many you've accomplished, how many, that's a really good. And sometimes what's funny is you don't accomplish them, but then that goal was no longer important. Sometimes.
It was not. Exactly, you know, but it's good to kind of keep track in a goal book, you know. I mean, I just say goals book and then the finish line, you know, and it's a ever changing success folder, I call it. It's my success folder of my life, you know, and then it's got a lot of things in it, lots of great things. Financial independence, how to reach financial independence, and I think I'm going to really do, yeah, it's good to do these things. My company also, like our, assets, right? The liabilities, all that stuff. So our company did really good. I really thank them for spending a lot of money into our, total consultants. And then of course, benefits of achieving. Yeah, no, this is getting myself now too much excited. And then the health. So they always believed in not only just the financial health, but health and spirituality, all those things, right? The main thing is, what we could learn about underwriting, we can learn about talking to brokers, we can learn about all these things. But if our mind is not right, and if we don't have that burning desire to crush it, then nothing is important, right? There's nothing important. Yeah.